everybody. Welcome to Tea Time. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. Hey, it's the first Monday of March. We're on March 1st. So excited. There's just spring is around the corner and warmer weather is a coming. So listen, I'm going to talk about my weekend really quickly and then get to my guest. Friday night, wonderful evening with my girl Rascal. Went to her house and then we went out for dinner, and it was just nice to actually go out to eat and spend some quality time together because I've known her forever, and it was just nice to get together. Saturday was just like a chill day, didn't do too much. Sunday's laundry day, and then last night I watched the Golden Globes. It was, very different. They had to do it virtually, but congratulations to all the winners. I want to say a very happy and healthy birthday to my friend Bobby Inns. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Bobby. And also, I want everyone to know that Carmody from What Not to Wear on TLC was on my show. And you know what? We had such a great time. She wants to come back. She wants to come back and do a Q&A. So ladies, get your makeup questions together because she's coming back on March 15th. March 15th, she's coming back. Yep, March 15th. So get your questions ready for Carmody about concealer, about, I don't know, bronzer. Just get it all ready. Send me a PM, text me, whatever. Just get the questions to me so she'll have them. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is a movie premiere. That's right, a movie premiere that you can go to. Okay, I'm putting on my glasses for this so I don't, screw it up. Okay, so March 14th from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock at Windows on the Lake, which is located at 235 Lakeshore Road in Ronkonkoma. Okay, this is a movie by my friend James Dijon Bonavia, and he wrote it, and he is starring in it along with other wrestlers. This is a major wrestling movie. It's called NAX, N-A-X Crossroads. And it's at a huge catering hall. It holds like 300 or 400 people, but because of COVID, they're allowing about 80 to 100 people, okay? So it's all COVID safe. It's $44.95 for a 3-course dinner, live music, and live comedy by yours truly, Teresa Farrell, and my friend and actor work husband, Pat Marone. So you know what? If you're not doing anything on a Sunday, March 14th, come out to Windows on the Lake for this huge event, okay? It's going to be great. It really is. I'm going to put up a link on my Facebook page to click on it and get the tickets, all right? So I'm looking forward to that. All right, I'm ready to get to my guest. All right, he is a stand-up comedian. He's an actor, writer, musician, and producer. He does it all. That's right, he does. So help me welcome. Hello, Paul Veneer is in the house.
Hi, Teresa. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. Nice to see you again.
Oh, it's so nice to see you too. I'm glad you're joining me tonight.
I know you're good. I know you're a good person because my mother's name was Teresa, so I know you're a good person.
Oh, thank you. Yes, yes. It's a beautiful. My mother named me Teresa because she actually had a vision of Saint Teresa. So that's how I got my name. But I want everyone to get to know you, Paul. Okay. We just really met like a month or two ago, and surprised we never worked together. And then I never.
It's amazing.
Out on Long Island. It's insane. Yeah. All right. So, Paul, thank you everyone for joining me. Please like and share the show. Okay, there we are. Hello, Joanne is watching, and I'm sure Bruno is watching, and Kristen Tinsley is watching. Okay, so basically, I want everyone to know everything about you. You're a Long Island boy originally from Levittown, New York.
Yeah.
You went to Island Trees High School, and after high school, you actually went to Nassau Community. That's where my daughter went.
For 1 year.
Yeah, Val went for the 2. But so tell me, what did you do after that 1 year at Nassau? What did you do?
I went back. I got into a band. It was a local band. A lot of us, out of the 5 people, 3 of us grew up together since we were little kids. Played baseball together, and we had a band called Stark Naked. And we got signed within 6 months to RCA and got an album that went to number 6 on the charts.
That's
so
crazy.
We were little kids making $1 a week allowance. All of a sudden we had money coming out of everywhere and we were getting famous real quick.
Wow.
It was a hell of a ride.
And you play piano and guitar, right?
Yeah, mostly piano, guitar, organ. In the band, I was mostly lead singer, and then sometimes organ, sometimes guitar, depending on that band.
Well,
Then the
which
next
one
band I
did
was
you,
after that, I played
well,
guitar
which
and piano.
instrument did you learn first? Did you learn guitar first?
Piano. I taught actually when I was a little kid, I got accordion lessons, and that went in the
Really?
closet. That went in the closet after a while, and then the Beatles came out, and I said, "Whoa, I'm going to start playing again." So I started teaching myself piano. And then in school, I would sneak down during like lunch and gym, whatever, and teach myself piano in the theater, and that's how I taught
Uh-huh.
myself piano. And then everything came from that.
Wow. That's so cool. So you
Yeah.
put together this band Stark Naked in the 70s, and then you also combined another band called Salty Dog, right?
Right. When Stark Naked broke up, because as quick as we went up, we came down because we were on the road sending all the money back to our manager.
Yeah, but
And
what
when we
was
came
this?
back,
He like took the money, he took your money, he like
took
disappeared.
everything and disappeared. And
And like that
disappeared.
was it? You never
And
heard of
RCA
him
dropped
again?
us because RCA didn't want to get mad in a lawsuit. MCA, who was our publisher, didn't want to get involved in the lawsuit. So everything went up and everything came down. I was like, welcome to showbiz, boys. Welcome to showbiz.
You know, that sounds like a movie.
I know. And then so we took a band that was supposed to be our follow-up band, but we had the same manager. He was this band called Salted Dog was gonna be like our band. After we made it, they would come along with us.
Right.
So that we broke up, they were breaking up. We combined the two bands and we stuck with their name, and I was a Salted Dog for 5 years.
And you actually, summer of 1976, decided to go solo.
No, 1980 I went solo. I was in a band until 1979,
Oh,
and I went solo in 1980.
80. Okay, like I said, if I get any of my fun facts, I'm glad you corrected me.
No problem. No problem.
Solo. And how'd they take that? How'd they take that news? Because you know, that's like a family.
There was no problem with that because the band was breaking up. The whole band broke up, so it didn't matter.
Okay,
What I was worried about on my end, could I do a solo act? I never did a solo act. I was always in bands. So I didn't know, can I make a living being a solo act? So I ended up working this place in Lavallette, New Jersey on the shore called the Old School Inn. And the guy offered me a lot of money. I lived right down the block. I'd have to tour. And they had a baby grand piano behind this big bar. And I would do serious music, but I would interact with the audience. And little by little, the audience grew. It turned out to be I played it 4 nights a week. It'd be like 600 people a night. And it turned out to be this whole thing. And the comedy kind of grew out of that from living with the audience. And I would use props and masks and stuff. And then Rascals opened up in West Orange. And the owner said, I want you to come play my club. I said, sure, I'll do it. And they had a piano on a spinet that was always out of tune. So because the piano was out of tune, I started doing more comedy. And the comedies got hot in the 80s. Comedy clubs got hot in the 80s. It's about 1984 now.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, Tony Camacho and Rick Messina had their own agency. And other club owners were seeing me. I went right to headline. They hired me as headliner to play comedy clubs. So I wasn't even aware of the transition. All of a sudden, I was headlining comedy clubs.
Wait, you're doing music and then all of a sudden you're doing comedy?
Well, I was ad-libbing with the audience, so it was growing and growing. But once I started playing Rascals, the comedy grew because the piano sounded so bad out of tune. So I ended up doing more comedy. I did my own show there for 7 months, which turned into a TV show down the line.
That was the Rascals Comedy Hour? Is that what you're talking about?
That's what it evolved into. It evolved into the Comedy Hour
Okay, so let's talk about that for a minute, okay? Because you did Rascals Comedy Hour, and that was your show that you did.
No, it wasn't my show. It was my show. We call it. It formulated into that. It became that.
So, and then did you eventually become the musical director there?
Of that show. And plus I would help write skits and I'd be in skits.
So you did everything. You were the comedian, you were the actor, the writer. Okay, and you did it for 7 years.
Yeah, I was in it for 7. It went on for 9. I did 7 years. I started doing college shows. I couldn't do it anymore.
And you had such guests as, let's throw out.
Everybody was coming along, but everybody before they were famous.
Sam Kennison, Dice Clay, Eddie Murphy, Rosie O'Donnell, Bob Nelson, my love. Rodney Dangerfield, Richard Belzer, Gilbert Gottfried, Dennis Leary, and the list goes on and on and on. And
on. Everybody before they made it. They were all coming through there.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible. Incredible ever.
Wow. So you did this for 7 years at Rascals. Now, that's a place that I never played, to tell you the truth.
It was an A room.
There was a place in that I did. I started comedy in the early 90s, and then there was a place in Red Bank, New Jersey called the Laughing Bean, and I was emceeing the whole weekend there. But that was like really it. I basically stayed more on Long Island and Manhattan.
Long Island had a lot of clubs back then. There was a lot of clubs.
Back then you had Konkoma Comedy. You had
I love that club.
Oh, I loved Konkoma Comedy. I mean, there was so many clubs on Long Island that they all just closed. It's sad. And then Jimmy's Comedy Alley was my home base in Bayside.
Yeah.
I was there every weekend pretty much. So
I played there a couple of times. I played mostly Toppers, which is right in the same area.
Yeah, toppers. But you've had an amazing career. I
Yeah,
mean,
scary.
you appeared on the Tonight Show,
Twice.
HBO, Comedy Central, Showtime, okay? And you've also um worked 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 with comedy legends like
Yeah.
Don Rickles, right? When you were on the Tonight Show.
Sweetheart. He was a sweetheart.
Oh, I've heard such wonderful things about him. Howie Mandel, Paul Reiser, Larry Miller, Don Marrera, Larry David, Jay Leno, Jackie Mason, Jethro
Phyllis
Tull,
Diller.
Lou Reed, Cheap Trick, Leslie West, and more. Because you have to remember you did the music and the comedy.
Right. I did the music. Plus, the bands were when I was in the music era before I went to
Yes.
comedy. Then all the other people were when I did the comedy. Yeah.
Amazing. What's the largest crowd you ever played to?
Central Park, 60,000 people. But that was in the band. That was music, not comedy. You can't do comedy like that.
I know, but still, it's a great
Yeah.
number.
Oh, that was electric. That was electric.
Awesome.
That's when we had the hit album. So it was great.
Oh
It was
my
wonderful.
God, amazing. And speaking about the album is actually called actually is the album actually available right now to anybody who wants to get the
People find it. I think they're finding it on what's the name of that? What's it called? Not Outpost. What the hell is it called? There's a company that does things that are out of print.
Right,
And
right.
they make them up and they sell them. It's still out there.
Okay.
Because people come up to me once in a blue moon and show me. I go, my God, where are you finding this? It's like the 70s. Where are you finding this stuff?
Wow. And I have to say, I saw a picture from you back in the day, the long hair. It's like, yeah, I know. It's hard to let go. It's hard to let go.
I'm going here, but I'm still keeping it here. That's so I can do a mustache. That's so I can go like this. See? I'm all set.
Oh my gosh. All right, listen, you know what? We're going to take our first commercial break.
Okay.
Don't go away, anybody. We'll be right back with more with Paul Veneer. So where do you want to go tonight?
Are you bored?
Oh my God.
Hold on tight. We're going to Coasters.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 Newbridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222. Kristen Tinsley is the Divine Comedian, tarot reads, and spiritual medium. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel, The Divine Comedian. That's D-I-V-I-N-E, Comedian, F-E-M-E-D-I-A-N. Check it out and let her tell you what your future holds. Val's Crafty Creations. Are you looking for something personalized? She's the one to do it. She's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. Check it out. Val's Crafty Creations. From t-shirts, stemware, houseware. She does it all for any occasion. Val's Crafty Creations.
Well, hi there, Teresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Teresa. Bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. Hello, Kristen Tinsley. I'm glad you liked it and you're welcome. Hello, Peter. Hello, everyone who's joining us tonight. Please like and share the show. I'm with Paul Veneer. Paul is a stand-up comedian, actor, writer, producer, musician. The man does it all, man.
I even wash the dishes. I do it all.
Yeah, I tell everyone I sing, I dance, and I act. I'm kind of like J-Lo without the money in the ass. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm from Queens, not the Bronx, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, so, I mean, Paul's originally from Long Island. Now you reside in Jersey. That's okay. We'll forgive you. And you performed back in the 70s with Stark Naked, and then you were with Salty Dog. Then you did your solo career. You were at Rascal Comedy Hour, where you worked with these up-and-coming comedians before they were even, well known. Which is, and appeared on the Tonight Show and HBO and Comedy Central and Showtime. Actually,
I'm a trivia question too, Teresa. I was on the Tonight Show the first time in the band as a musician with Johnny Carson. Then the second time I was on with Don Rickles as a comedian.
Wow, that is wild.
Yes, I did both.
That is crazy. How did you land that music? How did you land?
The band was successful, so we got on because of that.
Wow.
But the comedy happened because I met Don Rickles in Atlantic City through his son. This is a really interesting story.
You have that archive somewhere, though? Do you have that archive somewhere? Do you have that archive somewhere on video? Do you have that?
They got rid of all the tapes that Johnny Carson didn't host. There's only a few left. They burnt them.
No.
It was February. It was 1979, February 19th. I tried to get it. His nephew, Johnny Carson's nephew, was in charge of all the archives. That tape is gone. It's gone. I tried to get it. I wanted it. I would have paid anything for it. Couldn't get it. It's gone, burnt. But here's an interesting story how I met Don Rickles. I was a fan of Salty Dog, and I was sending tapes to him. He was saying, I was sending tapes of stuff to live shows and stuff. He goes, you got to go see my father. He's playing on like say. So who's your father? He goes, Don Rickles. I go, are you kidding me? He goes, no, his name was Larry. I go, oh, sure. So I go there. They put me right. My hair was, really. They put me right up front. Don Rickles right away brings me on stage. I end up doing like a Geronimo Cochise bit with him for like 10 minutes. After the show, he goes, come backstage. I go backstage. He goes, you're the one that's been sending the tapes to my son. I said, yeah, I know. I didn't know it was your son. He goes, I really appreciate it. He goes, here's my number, my home number. He said, if you ever come to California, give me a call. My band goes out to California for 6 months. The first day I'm there, I give him a call. It was, I'm hosting Tonight Show Tuesday. Come out, we'll do the Geronimo Cochise bit. And he put me on the show.
Oh my God.
All by freak accident. My whole career's been one accident after another.
Wow.
Like I said, I was a musician telling the comedy. What?
I said, so is mine, but not in a good way. I've always come this close. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're going to break through.
I'm not going to take up your airtime now, but I will talk and I will tell you stories and it'll make your hair curl even more.
The longer you stay, as long as you do it because you love to do it, eventually you're going to get your break.
Yeah.
That's got to be your drive. The drive is got to be your love.
I believe 2021 is going to be my year. This is going to be my year.
It's going to be a very good year for a lot of people.
Absolutely. So listen, I want to talk about 2012. You actually won Most Hilarious Comedy Variety Act by the LA Comedy Awards.
That was a nice surprise. I didn't see that coming either.
Wow.
I didn't even know I was nominated. I didn't even know anything about it.
And isn't that lovely? Someone nominated me for Best of Long Island Bethpage for my show, Tea Time, and it was just so humbling that someone
you don't see it, especially when you don't see it coming.
Yeah, someone took the time out to nominate me, and that meant more to me than anything.
By the way, Bethpage 11714. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to talk about this. What is it with you zip codes?
You know what it was? When I used to, before email, I used to do mailing lists.
You're like the freaking man with the zip codes.
Because I used to see it. I have a photographic memory. So I was seeing the zip codes all the time doing the mailing lists. Sending out, like every 2 months, I would send out a mass, like 10,000 mailers to all my schedule for the next 4 months.
Wow.
So I was seeing it all. And then now I'm starting to forget them because everything since email, since 93, I don't do them anymore. It's all email. So I am starting to forget them, but certain ones are still stuck in there.
You know Bayside?
What's that?
Do you know Bayside zip code where I'm from?
I know it's a 113, but I'm not sure what the last two.
It's 11364.
Okay, there you go. You always figure out the first three, then after that, it's alphabetical order in that zone.
That is so funny. Oh my God. Kristen said you're secretively Santa Claus.
I wish. That would be a nice prize. I like doing that.
Great. Okay, so let's stick with music right now, and then we'll get into acting. So you just finished, and correct me again, you just finished a CD of your own music called Better Late Than Never. Is that true?
That was a while ago. I'm working on the second one. The second one's almost done. The second one, I did 7 songs. I have 5 more to go. But the first one I released Probably about 15 years ago. This one now, I'm finally.
That's on Amazon, right? Everyone can get that on Amazon.
It probably is. I'm sure it's on a lot of things. CD Baby. It's on a lot of stuff. I don't know.
What's your second one called? What's the one?
Back Again.
Back Again. Okay. Cool.
That won't be released for a while. I still got 5 songs to go yet.
Find writing. What comes easier for you, writing music or writing comedy?
It's spurty. It's very spurty. I never know what's coming. Most of my comedy happens by accident. It'll be an ad lib that happens, and I say to myself,
that's me. That's me. That's
and once it happens, you say to yourself, how can I manipulate to make that happen all the time? And most of the time you can. So the act keeps on growing from the app. My show is all ad libs that have grown and callbacks. My show is all callbacks. I bring the whole audience in. By the time we end the show, everybody feels like they know each other.
Yeah, it's very, what's the word? Interactive.
And it's fun for me because I like not knowing what's going to happen.
Yeah, I like that too. I was doing a bit. I tried a bit where I wanted the audience. I like audience participation. Some people.
Yeah, definitely.
And I did a bit things that happen to everyone, like
which everybody can relate to.
Like getting humped by a dog.
Who hasn't enjoyed that?
Exactly. Or maybe holding the door open for someone and then not saying thank you. Or, then I'll do a thing like pet peeves where I'll say my biggest pet peeve and then people will throw out theirs and I'll just work off of it. So,
right.
Yeah.
How about picking the wrong line all the time? No matter what line you're on, that's the one that's not moving.
Right. Yes.
As soon as you move over, that line doesn't move and the other one does.
Absolutely. Just like
every
on
time.
The highway.
Yeah. Definitely.
So you win this award, this amazing award. And
yeah, it was nice. I found out that I even said to the guy, because I got a call from California. He just told me, and I said, I didn't know anything about it. I said, how did I get that? He goes, all club owners and other comedians were the ones that nominated you, and then it goes by votes. I said, well, that's really nice. I didn't know anything about it, so I was very surprised.
That's amazing, really. You've been a regular. Let's talk about where you perform. You've been a regular at the Borgata, Tropicana, Caroline's, the Improv, Catch a Rising Star, Rascals.
Back then. That was back in the 80s and 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, back. Was that your first gig at the Borgata?
No, my very first gig was at the Old School Inn, then Rascals. And then everything grew from there. My home base back in the 80s was the Improv in New York, 44th and 9th. And I would play Dangerfields a lot, but not as much as I like the Improv a real lot.
That was my last gig last March.
Oh, I love that room. The old original Improv was so great.
Just walking in there, I never performed there before. I mean, I've been
history.
Caroline's, Stand Up New York, comic strip.
Right.
Little holes in the wall in the Village all over. And but I never did Dangerfields. And when I had the opportunity to do it last March, I was like, yes, absolutely. And you walk in there and you just feel the history.
All the people that have been there, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like just the walls. Like
same with the Improv. The Improv was the very first comedy club of all time. That started like in the early 70s, mid 70s.
Yeah.
And that place had an aura about it too. The same thing. It was dungy, old place in Hell's Kitchen, but man, something about that room was just a great room to play.
Amazing. I mean, I hope it comes back.
I think it will once everything's done and everything. People are gonna have a new cycle. People want to start doing live shows again, see people live shows.
Absolutely.
You can't be live.
I think when the weather gets nicer and we're able to do them outside, it's like Kristen and I talk a lot, and we were saying, hello, Andrew. We were saying how, when the weather gets, people, they used to do those underground parties, those rave parties. Now we're doing underground comedy parties in the state of New York because you got to go outside New York to do shows, and okay, so this one on Long Island in March is an actual fundraiser.
I love fundraisers.
Right, which is going towards the premiere, so you have to watch how you word everything. But it's I mean, when the weather gets nicer and you're able to do shows outside, hopefully there'll be a little bit more, lean.
And plus, when they blow this virus out of the water, they blow this thing out of the water. Everything will come back. Everything's going to come back.
But speaking about performing, you're actually performing in March in Hazlitt, New Jersey.
It's a beautiful studio. What a beautiful studio.
Yes, March 27th. That's exciting.
That's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's a beautiful studio. We're using it also for a podcast show that we're putting together. That starts March 12th. Okay. And we use it using it for scenes like we're doing on comedy shows we've been filming. And it's just a beautiful studio. I mean, it's a recording studio. It's a music store. It's a lesson place for lessons. I mean, this place is gigantic. It looks, when we do a lot of podcasts, we can actually have bands there. There's like laser light show. It's got a PA system that's incredible. It's a one place shopping place. It's incredible.
Yeah. That's
so I can't wait to do it. And I hope it's going to hold only going to about hold 50 people because I know people don't want to be crowded in.
Yeah, I know.
But after that, he can probably hold 100 people. So it's nice and intimate for comedy, which I like.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice. Well, I want people to be able to go see you on March 27th. So they could find you on Instagram at the Comedy Tornado, and you're on Facebook.
At Comedy Tornado, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're on Facebook, Paul Veneer on Facebook. So
if you go to facebook.com/comtorn for Comedy Tornado.
And then you also have your website.
ComedyTornado.com.
Correct. So, if you want to see Paul on March 27th, go to those, and you can get tickets in advance, right?
Yeah, if you go to purplepass.com/Comedy Tornado.
Purplepass.com. You got that all? Okay. Hey, listen, we need to take another quick break, but don't go anywhere, people, because we have more with Paul Veneer when we come back. Stay right there. So where do you want to go tonight?
Why don't we go to Coasters?
Oh, cool. I heard it's a great place. Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Oh my God.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222. Kristen Tinsley is the Divine Comedian, tarot reads, and spiritual medium. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel, The Divine Comedian. That's D-I-V-I-N-E, Comedian, F-E-M-E-D-I-A-N. Check it out and let her tell you what your future holds. Val's Crafty Creations. Are you looking for something personalized? She's the one to do it. She's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. Check it out. Val's Crafty Creations. From t-shirts, stemware, houseware. She does it all for any occasion. Val's Crafty Creations.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Teresa Canastraci Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Teresa on Facebook. Tea Time with Teresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love it. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. So glad you're joining me tonight. I want to thank Sal the Voice Valentinetti for that shout out to Tea Time. Sal's in sunny Florida enjoying the weather and performing down there. So listen, I'm with Paul Veneer, and Paul basically has had an amazing career. All right, he'd started with music and playing guitar and piano and performing, and it escalated from there. Interacting with the audience and it becoming like a banter and funny, and things stuck. And then he just incorporated it into a stand-up music show, which is, which is great because people love music and people love to laugh. And to combine both is like a home run. Are you kidding me?
You know what's funny to me? People come up to me at the end of the show and go, you really do really good as a musician. You ever think about doing music? They don't realize I'm really a musician doing comedy, not a comedian doing music.
Right.
But they only see 3 or 4 songs or so. They figure
I'm an actor doing stand-up.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's whatever works. And,
Go with
where
the flow.
we are, Paul, we are entertainers.
Exactly.
That's what we are. And
Exactly.
we have many facets.
Yep.
And some of us are able to just act. Some of us are able to just do music. You and I don't play an instrument, but I sing, I dance, I act. I think that, it's like a gamut, it's like,
I've always been a firm believer, whatever talent you have, use it.
Oh, absolutely.
If I could juggle, I would juggle.
I'm probably going to try to teach myself that next. That was on my bucket list to try to learn how to juggle. Why not? Why not? But you, you, like I said, you parlayed your music into comedy. Worked very well for you. I mean, this is a boy from Levittown, Long Island, who was on the Tonight Show twice. Okay. And once with Don Rickles, which is like, hello, mind blowing, and had your own comedy hour for 7 years with up and coming comics who weren't even known yet, and today they're like, everyday names. And you also performed regularly at many, many venues, including the Borgata and the Tropicana and Caroline's in the City and many other clubs.
Yeah.
I want to talk about you and your movie career. And
I'm also, okay.
I think the first thing you ever did back in 1995.
What's it called? I'll tell you. I don't know.
Was it called? I don't know if it was Video Bandits or Animal Room, because they were actually the both.
Animal Room was a movie, but Matthew Lillard was in it. Neil Patrick Harris was in it, but they weren't stars yet. Well, Neil Patrick Harris was, but he wasn't around for a long time after Doogie Howser. But it was like a horror movie. All I did in that movie, I had a scene where I'm sitting in a chair. They put all this latex on me, and my name was Bubbleface, and I was just an effect because he's tripping in the scene. So he's looking at me, and my face is bubbling. I sat there from 10 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the morning just to get that, just to do a 10-second scene. That was it.
It's crazy, right? Isn't it crazy?
Yeah. But they made those guys got famous from it. I was just an extra, really, basically.
It's amazing. But you did something called Ghoul School, where you actually
Ghoul School. Oh my God!
You did the soundtrack.
The worst horror movie ever made. Worst horror movie ever made.
You did the soundtrack for that, right?
I did the themes, not the theme song. There's a part in the movie. I'm playing the lead guitarist in the band.
Yeah.
And we're practicing in the thing, and so they're using my song. But tell you how bad the movie was when they edited the movie.
Come on, how bad could a horror movie be? I mean,
This is really bad. Teresa, this is the worst movie I ever saw. Because they didn't try to make it campy. If they made it campy, it would have got a cult following. But then they were trying to make a serious movie, and it's horrible.
Oh.
I'll give you an example. I'm playing the lead guitar on this one song. I'm doing a lead guitar solo. When they edit the movie, it's drums coming out of the guitar. I mean, how hard was it to sync it up?
Are you kidding me?
It was all. And one other scene, we're all leaning against the door because the ghouls are trying to get to us. We're leaning against the door. We hear a gunshot. We run away. The door opens up in. So what the hell are we leaning against the door for? Now, if they would have done that on purpose to make it funny, it would have been funny. But they didn't. They were trying to be serious.
Wow.
And Jackie Marlin was in the movie too. And there's one part where the girl is like going through the ductwork, and there's one of Jackie Marlin's stickers inside the ductwork. It was really a horrible movie, but it was fun to do. We had a great time.
Jackie's coming on. I got Jackie coming on.
Jackie's a great friend. In fact, when I did Rascal's Comedy Hour for 2 of the years, Jackie was the host, and I was the musical director. So I know Jackie's a really good friend. Tell him I said hi.
Yeah, he's coming on the 22nd.
Good,
Yeah,
good guy. Good guy.
He's a good guy. I met Jackie back in the 90s at Jimmy's. Yeah. That's where I met most of the comics. I met Dice there. I met,
right.
And I played Pips in Brooklyn, but I met Dice there, and I met Jerry Seinfeld there. There were tons of comics there.
Sure, that was the era. That was the era.
It was. The 90s. The 90s was really fun. I was doing a show at was it comic strip, and I was just about to go up, and I got bumped. And I'm like, I'm getting bumped. And they're like, yeah, Teresa, you can't go up. We got Chris Rock here tonight. Oh, well, if anyone's going to bump me, it could be Chris
famous.
Rock. And he did this bit. I'll never forget. It was on Star 69. When Star 69 first came out, when he did this whole thing on Star 69. It was hysterical. It was so funny. So, but getting back to you, Kristen said she's dying over there. Yes. So movies. Okay, so you did. So you do Ghoul School, and unfortunately, like you said, they tried to make a masterpiece out of it, which is kind of sad. And then the Gilbert Diaries.
That's great. That's now. I'm not. Now you're talking.
Now. All right. So wait, but before we get to Gilbert Diaries, so we talked about Video Bandits and Animal Room. Tell me about Shadow Society.
That's when movie TV. We're getting ready to film it. The script is done. I have the second lead. I'm playing like a Alex Jones type character, like a guy who does conspiracies, has a famous radio show.
Okay.
So it's gonna be. It's like a sci-fi thriller, and Marcus is producing it. So and directing it. I can't wait to film it. I read the script. The script is really good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun playing a serious role for a change, especially in a thriller.
Yeah. I did an independent film not that long ago, and very, very serious part. I play the wife, which is one of the leads, And all I'm doing in the entire movie is either crying or screaming or like, you know, it was like, it's a really, really serious role. And
Right.
but I love it. Like, I love it. I just dove into it. As a matter of fact, Kristen was an extra in the movie, and it was a rough scene, but
You never know what's going to lead to what.
I love it.
You take every opportunity you can, because you never know.
Okay, so let's talk about Gilbert Diaries. It's a TV
It's great.
short.
A friend of mine, yeah.
And you co-wrote 2 episodes, right?
We actually tape it. We did the TV pilot first. We wrote it, and it's very thin writing. We're writing it where it's a lot of improv. We know the beginning of the scene, how the scene ends, and little key points we want to hit, lines we once said. And the first one came out really great. It's getting great response so far from the screenings. We have private screenings because we can't show it to anybody outside of the screenings. Otherwise, we get disqualified from all the festivals we're in. We're 7 festivals.
Really?
So we're hoping it gets picked up. But they want to know that you have you're going somewhere with the show. So now we're filming the 2nd episode and 3rd episode at the same time.
Right.
This way they can say, okay, we know where you're going with these characters now.
Yeah.
And I play one of the brothers. We're both like little nuts, a little off the center, you know. It's a lot of fun playing it. And we produced it, and we wrote it, and we did everything, casted it, and you name it, we did. Our name's all over the credits. We look like a bunch of egomaniacs, but we're not. We just wanted to get what we wanted, you know.
Yeah.
And it came out really good. But now we're in the middle of the second season, and 2nd episode and 3rd one right now.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. And everybody's seeing it's laughing, not only at the stuff we know they're going to laugh at, the big stuff, but the little nuances. They're catching all the nuances, which is making us happy. We're sitting in the back watching them going, they got it. You know, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
That's so cool, really.
Yeah.
So, what else are you working on? I mean, you're working on that. You're working on your 2nd CD.
Two podcasts. One for the Shadow Society.
Okay.
And one for the Fuster Cluck. It's called Fuster Cluck. It's the new one we're doing. That's going to be filmed at that studio in Hazlitt starting March 12th.
Uh-huh.
We got a lot of famous people coming on. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's 4 of us that host it.
Uh-huh.
And and I'm writing a lot of music still. I'm in this zone right now. I've been on sports since October, and I can't stop. And I'm writing all kinds of styles: background music, theme songs, rockers, ballads, everything.
Well, that's what I was just gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you about ballads, and you know,
Right.
what genre would you say it's in? Is it still, you know, got a little rock and roll edge to it?
I'm everywhere. I never know what's coming out. I write all different styles. I don't write any one style. I can write a concerto, or I can write a.
I'm the same way. I gotta show you what I wrote. I wrote it's crazy. I wrote everything from a country love song,
right,
to a song that in my mind I hear Beyonce singing it. I mean, it's like from one.
Well, you're a writer like me. You know how it is. It just comes through you. You don't know where it comes from.
No.
So I never know what style is coming out. It just comes out, and there it is.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I can pick whatever instrument I'm on. That's what comes out. So I never know what's coming out.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's weird because I'll try to get like I don't know, like an idea or something will come to me. Something came to me the other day, and I wrote it down. Because if you don't write it down, as fast as it comes in,
I record it right on the phone, right on my phone. I record it right away. I always
Yeah.
record the melody right away.
Absolutely. Yeah. I it was something that I heard today, and I wrote it down. It was a name, and I don't know, all I could picture was a German stripper. I got this name, Amanda von something, and I'm going, it sounds like a German stripper who became something else. And then I'm thinking, that could be like a short or something. And then I was like, I got to go back to it. You know, I just couldn't, I couldn't spend more. These come to you, right?
You never know where they're coming. No, when I get my ideas when I'm driving home from a gig at night. Because I'm hyper after a show. I'm still hyper, and my mind's going a million, and everything comes out. So I always have the recorder ready just in case, so I can hum it, or write it, or say it, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Because you're right. If you don't write it down, you're going to forget it.
Yeah. So how did you know, and how old were you when you realized you had a photographic memory? Because
I knew at 3 years old what I was going to be too. Because my mother was a performer, stage performer, and I went to one of her shows at 3 years old, and she was in South Pacific. And she's doing a thing, and the audience is singing, they're laughing. And I said to myself, that's what I'm going to do. And that's the way it was. I was a kid, like in Cub Scouts when I was a little kid.
yeah.
They had like everyone get together for a troop meeting. I don't know what I was going to do. I just go up there, you know. So I was never stage fright, never stage. I was always on doing something.
You were the ham like me. My mom put me on stage when I was 4 years old, I started dancing school, tap dancing.
Yeah.
And just put me up there. And then it just snowballed into singing the song Summertime, playing Leontine Price. And then,
Right.
you know, during Black History Month. And then I remember wearing like a black boa just to feel a little adultish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a word. And, you know, like dressed up, not a kid. And then, and then it just snowballed on there, you know,
Yeah.
community theater and the whole big thing. And
Yeah, me too. I started performing, making a living at it since I was 9 years old. I've been on stage since I was 9.
Wow.
Yeah, but you start out entertaining your guests, entertaining the family when they come over, and then it grows from there.
I'm sure you've done private gigs over the years, no?
Most of my shows now are fundraisers and private parties. That's 95% of my shows,
Yeah.
and I love both of them immensely.
Yeah.
The fundraiser I love because you're doing it for a good cause. Everybody's in a good mood. They're ready to laugh and have a good time.
Absolutely.
So that's a great thing. And the private parties, everybody knows each other. So when you start playing with the crowd, they're laughing right away because they know who you're talking to.
I actually did a private party. It was a 50th birthday party. I forgot what month it was. Private party. And so I got some scoop on the birthday boy, inside information. I heard he loves couponing. So for weeks before the show, I cut every freaking coupon out that I could find.
Oh, that's
fun. I handed this wad, like an envelope with a wad in it. And I go, you know, come on up because I got a nice gift for you. I'm like, don't open this now. And he takes this wad and I'm like, and it's not what you think. And I heard he was like elated when he opened this thing up and all these coupons came out. He was orgasmic. Okay, he was just like,
he got his coupons.
So I mean, listen, everyone has their thing. His is couponing. You know, crazy.
That's funny.
Crazy. Did you keep in touch with anyone? Like I know you said Jackie's a good friend of yours, but were you able to keep in touch with anyone over the years from Rascals when you did the show?
Only if our paths cross somehow, whether it be online. I have. Yeah, I do. I keep in touch with a lot of people, but certain ones. Some people just disappeared and whatever, you know. But yeah, I have a certain amount of people I've kept in touch with. Yeah, still do. One friend of mine who had a couple of HBO specials, a lot of Tonight Show experiences. We just walk to each other every day. He's in North Carolina. We speak every day.
That's nice.
I mean, so yeah, some people I'm very much in touch with. Some people sometimes. It depends.
Yeah.
You know, life keeps you busy.
Hey, amen. And I'm glad you're that busy. And in order
Me too. I'm glad I took the negative, which was the virus. We lost all those live shows.
Yes.
And I was able to do all these productive things. So it worked out good.
Listen, I'll tell you the truth. It's crazy because I hate to make it sound like a good thing. Obviously, COVID is horrible, and we've lost so many people. As a matter of fact, my girlfriend just lost her dad on Saturday, and everyone's so devastated after 54 days in the hospital. It's just heart-wrenching. But the one good thing that came out of it for me was that I'm able to get guests on my show that wouldn't normally be available for my show.
Right.
So
it's kept you creative and productive. That's the main thing.
Absolutely.
You're doing things that you wouldn't have time for otherwise.
Yeah. I mean, I look forward to my Monday nights. They keep me sane, you know, and it's something to look forward to. And you know what I'm going to look forward to? I'm going to look forward to this last commercial break. So we're going to have to come back more with Veneer. Stay right there, people. So where do you want to go tonight?
Are you bored?
Oh my God.
Hold on tight. We're gonna coast us.
Coasters Tavern is located at 487 New Bridge Road in East Meadow. Their number's 516-557-2222. Kristen Tinsley is the Divine Comedian, tarot reads, and spiritual medium. Please subscribe to her YouTube channel, The Divine Comedian. That's D-I-V-I-N-E, Comedian, F-E-M-E-D-I-A-N. Check it out and let her tell you what your future holds. Val's Crafty Creations. Are you looking for something personalized? She's the one to do it. She's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. Check it out. Val's Crafty Creations. From t-shirts, stemware, houseware. She does it all for any occasion. Val's Crafty Creations.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tea Time. What a show. What a show. Paul Vanier, again, stand-up comedian, actor, writer, producer, musician. Amazing, amazing career, seriously. Is there
I do windows too.
I was just going to say, is there anything you haven't done that you want to do?
No, not really. I do a little bit. I'm a jack of all trades. I'll do a little bit of everything. I like to be diverse. I like doing different things.
Right.
Anything that's creativity, anything creative, I like doing.
Right. You don't like to get pigeonholed.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
Business we're in. It's the business we're in.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you have to like reinvent yourself. And during this time, COVID, everyone's trying to stay relevant,
Right.
and do something. And like you said, the creative juices are flowing. I mean, I wrote a bunch of COVID jokes and, stuff like that. But
right.
The first COVID joke I wrote was how I wrote two of them, but how all the women were freaking out in the beginning of COVID, freaking out. The high maintenance women, okay, because they're falling out, their lashes were falling off, their nails were, they didn't know what to do. And by the time COVID was over and they come out, no one's going to recognize them. I'd be like, who? What? You who? And then the other one was, I'm going to die. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die fat and poor. All I'm going to do is eat and shop online.
There you go.
Not leaving anything here.
Take the Undertaker a week to get the smile off your face.
Oh man. So, all right. So now you're working on the Gilbert Diaries. You're doing season 2, right? You're working on 2 and 3.
2 and 3. 2 and 3 at the same time.
And it's kind of like you mentioned. It's almost like a Larry David show because you're incorporating improv, right?
Yeah, just a little more wacky, not as much as true to life. More like the characters are they get in weird predicaments and stuff. But yeah, as far as the writing goes, yeah, it's a lot of ad-libbing going on. And we film it a couple of times to get the way we want it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's nice that way, because creative juice is flowing.
And you get little gems that you didn't expect.
Exactly.
Someone says a line, go, that's great, keep that in. Add this.
Right. I love when that happens.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah. And I want everyone to get your CD. Your CD, you have a CD, and it's available on Amazon, I think.
I think it is. I don't know if it's available. It might be. I don't know. I don't even know.
I'm thinking. So just look.
Like I said, it's old. It's 15 years old, so I don't even know if it's out there. I'm sure it might be, but I don't know where.
Oh, it's so old. No, 15 years.
It is in music terms.
So you like in Jersey? I guess you're never coming back to Long Island, huh?
Well, when I left the band, my wife was from Jersey, and I love the Jersey Shore. I'm down the shore. I've been here since '82, so I've been down here since '82. I do like it a lot.
You actually said that you do perform 4 times a year on the island through Gateway?
Usually three or four times. Yeah, usually I work at Gateway 3 times, and I usually might do a fundraiser or 2. So I'm on Long Island. I try to be there as much as I possible because I get to see my cousins. I get to see my family.
Your family's still here, no?
Oh yeah, except for my sister. She's down in Florida now. But everybody else is in Long Island still. So I get to see everybody.
Yeah,
it's nice. My son's there with his family. He's out there in Winding River, so I get to see him too. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, in Winding River? Did you say Winding River?
Winding.
Winding River.
Winding.
I only know Wading River. Is that what you?
Oh, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Wading River. 11792.
I was like, what town are you talking about?
11792. I know the zip. Wrong name of the town.
River.
Wading River. That's it.
Got it. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I was thinking the Beatles, The Long and Winding Road, I guess.
The Long and Winding Road. So, I had mentioned before that you had opened for and worked with Leslie West and Cheap Trick. And
right.
you toured.
Leslie West worked 3 times. Once when he was with Mountain.
Yes.
Once when he was on his own, and the third time later at the end of his career, which he really was in bad shape when I saw him. But with Mountain, they sounded great. And actually, I saw him with the Vagrants before Mountain. But the second time was on his own. He was really good. Third time, he was all junked up and stuff. He was in bad shape.
Yeah.
He literally was tuning his guitar, and the crowd was going wild. He's tuning his guitar.
It's amazing.
Great guitarist.
Well, listen, we have like another 4 minutes left, but in the meantime, I want to thank everyone for watching. Please like and share the show. you've had really seriously, Paul, you've had an amazing career, and you're doing so much. You've got 2 podcasts. You're working on the mini short series, and you
And the
co-wrote
sci-fi thriller Shadow Society.
Shadow.
Plus Shadow Society. Plus I wrote all
like-
the music for Shadow Society too.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was fun. Marcus always gives me nice. I need something for this. Like, okay, I give it to him like in a day. So I have my own studio, so I write it, record it, send it off.
Wow. It's amazing. It really is. I mean, it's amazing.
Fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I really.
I want everyone to go see you. You're performing on March 27th at Bulletproof Studio in Hazlitt, New Jersey, and they can go on Instagram, Facebook, your
ComedyTornado.com.
Yeah, give it all out.
Or directly go to bulletproofstudios.com or go to purplepass.com/Comedy Tornado. There's only like 20 tickets left. So if you're going to buy them, this is the time to buy them.
And the tickets are like $20, right?
That's it. That's it.
It's nothing for a 2.5-hour show. Are you kidding me?
Right. I know.
Wow.
Just bring your own liquor too, because they don't have a liquor license. So you bring your own booze.
Oh, okay. There you
So
go.
people will be showing up with coolers, I'm sure.
Wow. Well, listen, I don't know if you want to get in any last final words.
Yeah, I have last final word. Everybody look out for Teresa Farrell. She's going to be famous. You watch her. Keep an eye on her.
From your mouth to God's ears.
That's it.
And I really am looking forward to working with you. I think we're gonna people are gonna have to wear Depends by the time we get done doing whatever we do.
We're definitely going to write a character for you. We're definitely going to.
Oh yeah. And
I like the character you played at the flea market, the yard sale. I like that character. It's like a Long Island loudmouth kind of, like in your face. We love that kind of character.
Yeah,
that'd be perfect.
She was great. I'm gonna send you a bunch of stuff you're gonna love.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be good.
Listen, we have like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh my God, the pressure. Again, I want to thank everyone. Hello, Jeff Bosey. Love this. Thank you, Jeff and Kristen Tinsley.
Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Who's watching and everyone else. Please like and share the show. Paul, you're amazing. You really are amazing, and I am so glad God put you in my path, because He does that for a reason, and I believe it. And
we'll be working together.
I can't.
There was a reason why we met.
Absolutely. And again, everyone, March 27th at Bulletproof Studio in Hazlitt, New Jersey. Do you know what time the show is? What is it?
8:30. 8:30.
8:30. 8:30.
It ends when I say goodnight. Probably by 2 hours, 2.5 hours show. Probably.
Wear your Depends, bring your dancing shoes, and your own liquor.
That's right. Get that cooler stocked up.
That's great. All right, listen, we gotta go. But Paul, you stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Everyone else, have a great week. Stay safe. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. Do what you gotta do, people. Okay. And I'll see everyone next week. Ciao, everybody.